welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about Glossier. It is a Glossier brand review, and we're going to do some speed reviews of all these products. That way you can know if Glossier is something that you should try, or if it's something that maybe isn't your thing. So if that sounds like a good time to you, go ahead and grab a drink or a snack and settle in. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Holly. I'm a lifestyle blogger, but here on YouTube, I stick to beauty, fashion, and self-care. If that sounds like something you're into, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you in the family, but we're going to jump right into the video. So the first thing we're going to start with are their priming products. So we have a variety of primers. The one that I prefer is their Glossier Priming Moisture Rich. As you can see, it has a very thick consistency, which makes it great for very dry skin. They also have the regular priming moisturizer, which is definitely a little bit more on the runny side. I don't know if I have any left in this packet. Oh no. Okay, I do. So this is the regular priming moisturizer. As you can tell, it's a little bit thinner. It's actually what I use today. If you are on a combination side, you might prefer the priming moisturizer. And if you have oily skin, they even have a moisturizer for you, which I have not opened, but it's like of a gel consistency. It is called the Priming Moisture Balance, and that is to help with oil control. That is the consistency of the Priming Moisturizer Balance for oil control. I would say if you're a very oily person, Glossier is probably not the brand for you since everything is extremely dewy. We also have the Future Dew, which is like skincare meets a primer in one. This is very dewy. Again, as the name states, it kind of looks like this when it's blended out. This makes a great base to put under the skin tint. I really enjoyed the Future Dew. I think if you like a dewy base and you have like combination skin or dry skin, you'd really like the Future Dew. However, I think if you have the glow screen, which gives the exact same look, that I would recommend the glow screen over the Future Dew, just because this has your SPF in it. Now Glossier does offer an SPF, but I would prefer to just use one product instead of two products. So if you haven't tried the Future Dew, but you have this, I would just skip the Future Dew and just use your Super Goop glow screen. Okay, next we're going to talk about the base product, which is the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. It comes in a little plastic squeezy tube like this. I have the shade G10. Tint is like being generous. It is extremely watery. The coverage is pretty minimal. Like, that's how liquidy this is. And this is what it blends out. Now, as you can see, you can see my face. I have it on. You can see all my imperfections. You can still see my acne. You can see my scars, and you can see my redness. So this is not going to give you any coverage. I would say the skin tint is good if you have beautiful young skin, or if you just want to kind of like even things out and give yourself a glow. It does have a very dewy finish. If you're not into dewy finishes, again, Glossier, probably not for you. Skin tint, definitely not for you. The next product we're going to talk about is the Stretch Concealer. Oh, mine is really gross. I have it in the shade G11. This concealer is extremely emollient. I like to use it under my eyes. It has an okay coverage, but it is very emollient and very dewy. So it's going to give reflection, which is great for under the eyes, but maybe not so great for like a giant pimple. We're going to move on to the other face products that I have. I have the Solar Paint in the shade Flare. This is supposed to be their bronzer. Personally, I don't like it. I don't use it. There are so many better cream bronzers on the market. Like almost any other one personally is better than this. It has like a glow factor to it. It says it's a luminous bronzer. This is the lightest shade. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a swatcheroo here. So this right here is the bronzer. They came really late to the game with the bronzer. I think they could have done a better job. They could have come out with something a little bit more innovative than this. And I almost would prefer if they would have came out with a bronzer in like a pot. Obviously bigger than this, but maybe this format. Next, we're going to move on to the blush, which is the Cloud Paint blush. I really enjoy this blush. When it first came out, it was like the only blush like it on the market. Of course, it's been years, so there's quite a few different cream blushes. I know Milk Makeup has a blush that's very similar to this. I feel like there's a couple of drugstore options as well, which I will link below for you to check out. I think the greatest thing about Glossier's blushes are the colors. They just get the colors right. They're just very interesting. Oh my goodness, I just squirted out a whole bunch on my hand. It takes so little of this product. So when you see how much I squirted on my hand, it's like way too much. So this is like a tiny amount, right? But it's too much in Glossier life. Oh my gosh, look, I can do my whole body with as much as much cloud paint as I just squirted out. Okay, don't do what I did. Let this be a lesson to you all. I think any color that you get in this is going to be great. I still recommend it, even though there are quite a few cream products out there. If you're going to put in a Glossier order, this is definitely something that I think belongs in there. We're going to move on to the eye products. I have 3 different products here. I have obviously their latest release, which is the Glossier Monochromes. I have it in the shade Teak. I did an entire review of this palette. I'm going to just go ahead and say you should watch my review about this, but spoiler alert, I didn't like it. I don't like it. I don't recommend it. I would skip it. You can, if you want to see swatches of this, you can watch my video there. Okay. Then we also have the Lidstars, which are like a metallic formula. I have the shades Bun and the shade Fawn. So this is the shade Bun. This is the shade Fawn. This one's my favorite. This color is hard for me to wear just because of my coloring. And the third swatch, in case you're wondering, is the Skywash from Glossier, obviously. It is a matte liquid eyeshadow. Most of the colors are rather strange. Like they have a blue and a green and like some kind of chalky colors. This is what the applicator looks like. I know that looks gross. So this is what it looks like swatched out if you don't blend it. It does dry very quickly, so you're going to want to put it on one eye and blend it, the other eye, and then blend it, because if you do both at once, one eye is not going to get blended because it's going to dry down. So I'm going to do another swatch of this and then blend it so that you can see what that looks like. So this is the fresh swatch. That's what it looks blended out. I really enjoy this formula. I wish they would make this in like a bazillion other colors, like maybe some more neutral shades, maybe like a mauve. You could do purple. You could do all sorts of things. I love this formula. Highly recommend it. Okay, so those are the eyeshadow products. We're going to talk about the Lash Slick, which is Glossier's mascara. I'm currently wearing it right now. Honestly, it gives you a very natural look, which you can get from a variety of other mascaras that are going to be cheaper than this one. This is what the wand looks like. Mine is a little bit old, so it could be dry, but I know that I wasn't impressed by this when I tried it. It's not something that I think you need to have unless you like a really natural eyelash. I like kind of in the middle, so I would say skip this. Next we have lip products. So I have the lip gloss in the red shade, which is my favorite. It is a bit sticky, but it does have a good amount of color to it. Highly recommend this. I like it. I love it. I love the color. I buy one every single time I put an order in. Next we have the Ultralip. I have it in the shade Villa. This is what it looks like. I'm currently wearing it. So this is Villa. Highly, highly recommend these. I kind of want to pick them up in another shade. This is Generation G, which is a matte formula. I'm not going to dance around it. I do not like this formula. It's just a little too dry for my liking. So this is the shade Like. That's what that looks like. Whoops. Like. Okay. And that is what it looks like swatched. As you can see, very dry. I'm not a fan. Some people like a matte formula. I don't like it. I'm not ever buying another one. Okay, now we have the Glossier Balm.com Universal Skin Salve. Now these are technically able to be put anywhere. However, this one has glitter in it, so I don't know that I would want to put this anywhere except for on the lips. This is the birthday one. It smells like birthday cake. Let me try to squeeze some out for you. And that is what that looks like. So obviously you're not going to want to spread that all over because it is shiny. Okay, so that is all of the makeup from Glossier, and hopefully that lets you get an idea of which products you would like to try. Honestly, I really like Glossier. The only products I wouldn't get are the Monochrome is a pass, the Generation G is a pass, and then this Solar Paint is a pass. Everything else I think you'd be happy with. If you have any questions about Glossier, go ahead and leave the questions in the box down below. I'm going to have all this stuff linked for you. I'm not a representative for Glossier, so I buy all of this with my own money, just to be completely transparent. If you like this video, if you found it at all helpful, please go ahead and give it a like. It really will help my channel. And until next time, bye.